That simple.
Why do you think he is working so hard not to get them released for so many months? What do you think the real reason is?
These files implicate billionaires and friends of his and political donors that he's trying to protect. And Epstein also had close ties to our own intelligence agencies and Israel's intelligence agencies. That's why there's so much effort in trying to stop this. And I do believe they'll try to stop it somewhere else.
There. Check out the clip again. She responds to being called Ghislaine. She turns and responds to that name. It's like it was natural. And the person with her, a lot of people are speculating that's Ellen DeGeneres. And he even goes to cover his face once he realizes the camera is there.
Ghislaine? Do I know you? You know Ghislaine?
No, sorry.
No? Oh, I used to order Hello Pizza off of her.
Oh, really?
Let me see Ellen's background. What? Oh, similar. That looks like a building, though. Like
sure.
Yeah. Is that a building in LA? That might be a building in LA. Right, but I mean, it's supposed to be a background of. Yeah.
That's strange.
Ellen DeGeneres was once the undisputed queen of daytime television, the absolute gold standard of Hollywood warmth, lighthearted humor, and unmatched celebrity privilege. For nearly 2 decades, her daily entrance, dancing through studio aisles, handing out thousands of dollars in prizes, and telling millions of viewers to be kind to one another formed the emotional bedrock of American daytime entertainment. But right now, her multi-million-dollar empire isn't just crumbling. It is experiencing one of the most mysterious, calculated, and terrifying collapses in modern entertainment history. Rumors are erupting across every corner of the internet. Paper trails reveal a frantic, high-speed liquidation of her entire life's assets, and investigators, fans, and journalists are asking the same chilling question. Is Ellen simply stepping back from public life after a tough run in the media, or is she frantically clearing her balance sheet to stay one step ahead of a massive federal investigation? The official narrative spun by mainstream PR agencies was simple enough. Ellen DeGeneres and her wife Portia de Rossi packed up their lives and fled across the Atlantic to relocate to the English countryside. They claimed it was a fresh start, a peaceful retreat away from American political friction, social media hostility, and the suffocating glare of public scrutiny following the 2024 elections. But behind that peaceful public explanation lies a financial paper trail so aggressive, so erratic, and so mathematically extreme that top real estate analysts, forensic accountants, and investigative researchers were instantly put on high alert. First came the real estate fire sale in Southern California. Ellen didn't just list a house, she systematically dumped her most prized American properties at blinding speed. She unloaded her crown jewel, a massive, sprawling $96 million California blufftop estate, taking sudden deals and aggressively slashing listing prices across her Montecito properties just to strip them off her public holdings. Then came the physical wealth. Multi-million-dollar fine art collections, including original masterpieces by Jean-Michel Basquiat and rare François-Xavier Lalande sculptures, were quietly sold off for cold, hard liquid cash. But the plot thickened the moment she arrived in the United Kingdom. Within weeks of buying historic estates in Oxfordshire, she began engaging in erratic, high-speed property transactions. She purchased Kitesbridge Farm for over £15 million, spent an astounding £7 million on rapid, round-the-clock renovations, lived there for less than a month, and then abruptly threw it back on the market. She then moved directly into an ultra-modern, glass-fronted hilltop compound nearby, only to turn around and sell that property as well in deal packages adding up to around £100 million. Why would a retired media mogul move thousands of miles across the globe, rush dozens of contractors to renovate historic countryside manors in record time, occupy them for mere weeks, and then immediately flip them while liquidating tens of millions in physical wealth? Why the absolute urgency to convert solid, tangible real estate into liquid, borderless cash? That's when the first massive twist hits. The timing of this frantic cash conversion lined up directly with the unsealing of unredacted federal court documents, grand jury records, and flight manifests connected to the Jeffrey Epstein investigative files. As over 300 high-profile names surfaced across peripheral records, third-party communications, and court indices, internet sleuths began making alarming connections. On major independent podcasts like The Joe Rogan Experience, commentators began breaking down bizarre visual anomalies, pointing out uncanny architectural similarities between famous Hollywood talk show set backgrounds and structures identified on private Caribbean islands. Suddenly, social media erupted with wild theories and viral claims. Reports began circulating regarding unredacted intelligence files, alleged corporate data tracking from school photography companies like LifeTouch, and whispers of elite networks exchanging cryptic code words in official email transcripts. Independent researchers highlighted strange leaks from federal field offices, where agents were recorded asking for updates. When Ellen attempted to launch a comeback special titled For Your Approval, she tried to laugh off the accusations, claiming she was simply kicked out of show business for being mean. But former producers instantly fired back, accusing her of using comedy to rewrite history, sugarcoat severe workplace harm, and avoid real legal and personal accountability. Which leads directly into the third, most haunting twist in this entire saga. The tragic, unsolved legacy of her former partner, the late actress and Hetchy, shortly before her sudden, horrifying car crash in 2022, and Hetchy began doing a series of raw, unfiltered interviews. After staying silent for over 20 years, Hetchy dropped bombshell after bombshell, alleging that immediately following their high-profile breakup in the late 1990s, Ellen used her immense political and studio power in Hollywood to place her on an official industry blacklist. Hetchy claimed Ellen actively sabotaged her studio deals, destroyed her acting career, and used powerful media ties to label her as insane to bury her truth and protect her own public image. In archival recordings, Hetchy spoke cryptically about standing up against shadowy, powerful networks that silence victims, manipulate studio media, and bury human truths. Following Hetchy's fatal car crash, social media sleuths re-examined those final interviews, noting the terrifying timing of her statements right before her untimely passing. The conspiracy deepened as internet sleuths began connecting Hetchy's mysterious warnings to famous whistleblower cases throughout Hollywood history. Drawing direct parallels to figures like legendary director Stanley Kubrick, who mysteriously died just days after turning in his final cut of Eyes Wide Shut, a film explicitly centered around secret elite societies, masked rituals, and high-level blackmail rings. Film scholars and insiders have long pointed out that Kubrick's original cut was recut, altered, and stripped of crucial third-person narration by studio executives after his death, raising the alarming question. How many people in Hollywood have tried to expose the truth about elite networks, only to be silenced before the world could hear them? Now, with Ellen liquidating nearly £100 million worth of real estate in the English countryside, flipping luxury estates within months of buying them, and pulling back entirely from American public life, the picture becomes horrifyingly clear. From workplace abuse allegations and studio blacklisting to sudden foreign escapes, rapid art liquidations, and deep ties to high-level federal investigations, the fall of Ellen DeGeneres is no longer just a story about a canceled celebrity. It has transformed into one of the biggest investigative mysteries of the modern era. Was Ellen simply escaping bad press and political friction? Or was she executing a carefully planned exit strategy before the ultimate truth hits the public domain? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think there's more to this story that hasn't surfaced yet? Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next investigative deep dive. See you in the next video.